Okay, so I remember the prompt question was, what connections and relationships do you see with technology and effective learning experiences? I posted a video on YouTube and it looked like it uploaded, but I guess it didn't. So I'm just gonna redo this. So again, the prompt question was, what connections and relationships do you see with technology and effective learning experiences? In a lot of ways, there's plenty of ways to learn other than technology. Obviously, back in the 90s, early 2000s, and so back so far, they were able to use like encyclopedias and books for like research, and we use like hard copy paper, and we use just regular calculators just to learn. I think what technology has done is more of sped up the process of learning, made more convenient resources, made easier and faster resources for students who need to learn at a faster pace or need to go ahead or need to learn about things before the actual thing you need to do. Like for example, I have a theater history class, and we have plays to read, or like things like to learn about in articles. So what I usually do is I go online and I look up what the article or what the play is about before I actually read it. So then I know like ahead of time like what kind of things that we're learning inside the book. But I think it just makes it more effective in a way that like it just is more of a convenience now. Now that like technology is embedded into education, like my school, for example, my high school, Brooklyn Center High School, we came from whiteboards and writing on paper to like the next year we had laptop carts, we had some iPads, we had smart boards, Promethean boards, and all that stuff. And we got all of that, and then it was we kind of increased in terms of like um, math scores and reading scores somehow. It wasn't that much of an increase, but it was some increase because it was more of a convenience for a lot of students. And one thing I noticed is that like after school, we would have the library open, and there would be a lot more students in there, more because there was computers available, because not a lot of kids had computers at home. I think yeah, it's more of a convenience of students also who can't really have that access or don't have that access at home. They can have it at school, and it's more available to them, and they can learn more stuff. Um, I think one thing that I'd say that students should do now is take advantage of the things that are there, because not a lot of students have the opportunity to have a laptop in front of them and be able to like do their homework at home. They have it at school. They should be able to use it like to the best of its ability, or use it as much as they can when it's available. That's what I think. One little thing that I believe that technology might do that might affect us later on is that it might end that sort of face-to-face interaction with student to teacher or student to tutor, student to facilitator, because like in a lot of ways it'll sort of as technology will build and build, it'll be more and more and more easier to take hand of it. And in my opinion, I feel like at some point there will be technology that will be just free, that just will be sitting there, like you can take it home with you, you can bring it home, it's yours. Like I feel like that's where technology will eventually lead us. And it's going to be to the point where like we're going to be sitting in our room and we're going to have a visual lecture like from your teacher, but you're just sitting at home, but you're looking at your teacher dead in the eye. That's what I honestly think might end up happening. But in a lot of ways that is already happening. Like there's Skype available. There's things like smart music like in music classes and all that, where you can do things at home and be face to face with your teacher, but it's just at a virtual like standpoint. It's not too far away, but that's the only thing I feel like as technology will evolve, there'll be more and more things built onto it that will kind of eliminate that face-to-face interaction. But at the same time, you never know. It's all up to the student It's up to the teacher as well, or the facilitator or the tutor, where they'll say, okay, we'll just do this from home, or we'll just do this in the classroom. But yeah, that's what I think. But yeah.